Neveal, good to see you again. Jonathan Como from Oakland Roots blog. You were part of last year's team, which obviously ended less than desired. What does that do for the mentality of the players coming into this season?
Guys are ready to work. What happened last year, it already happened. We can't change that, but we could do our best this year and try to not finish where we finished and try to push for the stars.
And you're part of this team in a big growing phase, from the training facility to returning to Oakland, building a stadium, so on and so forth. From your perspective, what is it like?
It's great. Everyone wants the better, wants the best for the club and themselves. So I think that's great for us. I really like what I'm seeing so far.
So this year, you've got every year. Do you feel like you're going to have more of a leadership role this year than you did last year coming as a first year? Or you plan to assume more is your role going to be different this year?
Maybe I could do more. I hope I'm on the leadership group because for me, most of the guys respect me and take my opinions, and we have a good relationship, me and the team and the coaching staff. So I think I'll be in a bigger role this year.
And so last year was really difficult. You had a lot of games last year for your national team. For that, how is that? Is it hard to have that kind of that much games to play in a year? Was that difficult for you to get through the whole season last year?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. The only difficult part for me is leaving one team and seeing them lose a game. For me, I think that's the biggest downfall for me. Leaving the Oakland Roots to go represent my country and then not seeing the team do good. So that's the only downfall for me.
A lot of the coaches and the staff are talking about you in the midfield this year. Talk about where you see yourself on the field, how you've evolved as a player.
Okay, so I'm naturally a midfielder, but my last year in Charleston, one of the guys got released, and I was the only left footer on the team, and they actually put me left center back. So from there, my career grew big. So I'm not scared to play anywhere, but I like the midfield more. I like to take control of the game.
Is it help you mentally to be like, okay, I'm focusing on one position this year, but you have a lot of tasks, you have a lot on your plate. What is it from your perspective?
Yeah, I like to focus on one position, but I'm always ready to play anywhere where the team needs me. For me, I'm more a team player. I'm not a self player. So wherever the team needs me at that point in time, I'm willing to play that position.
And there's been some changes mostly to the back line, which allows you to go to the midfield. Just what's your thoughts on the early preseason, just thoughts on the roster, how things are coming together?
Oh, it's coming together well. We're still learning each other as a team. But so far, the guys are showing that we can trust each other and play the game that we love.
When it's clicking, how do you expect things to be looking like on the field?
It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. We're going to play to the best ability and come up with a victory as much as possible.
Is it moving fast? Is the offense, how are things looking? Are we bombing it long? Are we playing short? Or
for me, this year, we are passing the ball. But in times to me that we have to kick it long, I think we will do it. I think any team will. But this year, I think we are passing the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You guys have had a lot of competition in practice for position and playing time. Just talk a little bit about how that's making you guys a better team.
Yeah, it is. You can't slip up at this point in time in this preseason. Everyone is working hard, and we have multiple players for one position. So it's going back and forth with each other. So mixing the team, every preseason game we had so far, it was a mixture of everyone. It wasn't just one standard team. So right now everyone had his, okay, will I start for March 9th? And that's what we need right now.
How do you reflect on the USL Championship right now in terms of as a destination perhaps for players from countries, perhaps international colleagues elsewhere in the US? How would you would you say to them if they're contemplating a move to the USL Championship?
It's great. It's a great league. There's a lot to learn and for them to grow still. But for me, it's a great league, especially for starters who have never played out of their country and you want to grow and to go somewhere else. I think this is a great league to start in.
Neveal, for people who are about to catch up with the national team for the first time in a while this summer, can you kind of reflect on the last couple of years for Trinidad? What people can look forward to?
For the last couple of years, we've been rebuilding. The majority of the guys right now are young players. We have like 4 or 5 senior guys. So we've been in a very up and down. But lately we've been catching ourselves, like performance-wise. And in years to come, you'll see us hoping that we go to the Copa America, so we can set a high standard to go into the World Cup.
It's nearly 20 years, I think, since the 2006 World Cup.
Yeah.
What's that like? I can't remember the squad. Like, how do you look back on that time? And is that an inspiration?
Yeah, it is. It is. Some of the guys from there, the 2006 World Cup, that's on our coaching staff. So that motivates us to work hard. And I think the reason why they're going with younger guys is because the heart. So I think that's good for us.
And you have a lot of veteran experience. Just who are some players around you that are making an impression on you?
I don't really know, but I hope I hope that everyone could take something from me. You know, I'm a positive guy. I love to help people. I'm still learning, but I like to help. You know, if you need anything, you need to talk to someone. I'm always here. I'm always someone you could come and open up to.
And how's the vibe been so far this year with preseason?
Oh, it's great. It's fun. You know, everyone is just competing and having fun. Today we're gonna have a team event. I hope that goes well. That will be the first time the team is going out together. So I think that's gonna be great for us.
Neveal, you've lived in a lot of places in your career. What stands out to you about
The people. For me, it's the people. You know, since I came here, I've never had no bad encounter. They're loving. They care about you. You know, they love the sport. So that's just it. The people for me.
We had one of your teammates is looking for restaurant recommendations. Do you have any favorite spots in the area?
For me, I like Mentos. That's a Jamaican restaurant. It's good, so I recommend that for them.
last one? What's it like having JoJo on the coaching staff?
It's good. I think I'm expecting a lot from him, seeing that he just came up from playing with us. So he more understands what the player perspective is. So I hope that we see a big impact from him through the staff.
What kind of leader was he when he was playing with you guys, and how's that carried over now?
He was a great leader. You know, he talked to us all the time. Whatever the team falls short in, he used to make sure he fill in that spot. So I hope that he can help them in that aspect too.
Any predictions for the Canada game?
I know we're gonna win. Trinidad gonna win. Always. I'm always positive about Trinidad. So I don't know the score, but we're gonna win.
And can you give a shout out to some of the coaches from back in Trinidad and to Trinidad to help you get to where you are right now?
I could. Big shout out to Angus Eve. He put me on my first professional contract in Trinidad after I broke my ankle. And I played for Republic, and the coach was John Henry. He was one of my biggest coach that I had in Trinidad. And my first ever coach, his name is Errol. He was one of my biggest impact to the sport, make me love the sport more.
And what food do you miss from Trinidad that you can't get here?
Doubles, roti, bacon shark, those stuff, yeah.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Good. All right, Neveal.